Hello everybody, New Manchester here, back with another video. And I'm just glad that the 4th of July is over. I'm glad Independence Day is over. Because I went to my parents' house and ate some barbecue, unhealthy food, just some unhealthy um barbecued chicken, been barbecued on a grill, barbecued hot dogs, and oh yeah, my mother barbecued a cucumber on a barbecue grill. I mean, I ate it, didn't like it, and Independence Day. I mean, in America, Independence Day, according to all brain dead, clueless Americans, that Independence Day is the day to celebrate our freedoms and being free. I mean, that's what they believe in, and I look at Independence Day is I look at Independence Day as celebrating America rebelling against a king in Great Britain, King George III, that made the 13 colonies on the east coast of America paying higher taxes, tea being dumped in the Boston Harbor, rebelling against Britain and winning the Revolutionary War, and declaring ourselves independent from Great Britain and becoming the United States of America. But people in America just don't know that. They don't know why we celebrate. They don't know why they don't know why they celebrate the 4th of July. They just look at it as celebrating our freedoms. And that's it. I mean, well, I'm not going to talk about, this is not what I want to talk about in this video. What I really want to talk about is people saying that America is better than other countries. And I want to read some comments from people from America and people from other countries who think America is the best. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with them, but I'm going to read some comments from videos on my channel and videos from other channels as well. Here's some comments from the State of the Union address in Texas. And here's some comments. Here's some comments from me and comments from other people on this video. I'm on the video of the State of the State Union. Can find it here. Yeah, here it is. Governor Greg Abbott's 2019 State of the State address. And it's from Texas, Governor Greg Abbott's YouTube channel. And I watched this video, and I put down my comment on that video. And I put down my comment on the video and had some responses from other people on the video, and here are the comments. Here's me. This is what I'm saying. This state is nothing more than a sinking ship. Okay. Here's some response comments to my comment, and here it is. The first one is from Patriotic Conservative, and Patriotic Conservative says this: New Manchester, one of the best states in the country. And here's another one from The Smith, and The Smith says this: Texas is the real Jerusalem, Corpus Christi equal Christ wild grapes of Jerusalem equal Mustang grapes, not their Middle East decoy distraction. And here's my response. Here's me responding to The Smith. Texas is not one of the best states. Well, actually, no. This comment is a response to Patriotic Conservative. And here's the comment. Here's the response. Texas is not one of the best states in the country. Texas has the highest uninsured rate in the country, the highest rate of uninsured kids, and the highest rate of uninsured women of childbearing age. The entire healthcare system in Texas is a total disaster. Too many low-wage jobs. The state is a sinking ship to me. I guess brain-dead Texans who see Texas as a country don't see it. People like you aren't living in reality. I've been overseas to 5 countries in Europe: the United Kingdom, Belgium, Norway, Germany, and France. I also been to Mexico and Canada. I think outside the box, think for myself, and see Americans like you as incredibly stupid. Your little ignorant comment is a joke. And here's the Smiths comments to me, 2 of them. Wait a second, no. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna read the Smiths 2 comments. Here's the first one. Texas is self-sufficient. The fastest way to die is to start seeing a doctor. Here's another one from The Smith. Texas is the real Jerusalem, Corpus Christi equal body of Christ, wild grapes of Jerusalem. Mustang grapes body is the temple. Third temple, third eye open. Not their Middle East decoy distraction. And here's my comment. Here's my response to The Smith. Your comment doesn't make any sense. I didn't get anything out of this video. Governor Abbott hasn't done anything for Texas. I don't take sides. I am not a conservative, and I am not a liberal. I know right from wrong. You said Texas is self-sufficient. You also said the fastest way to die is start seeing a doctor. Texas isn't self-sufficient.
It is part of the United States. It gets more money from the country than any other state. I seen my doctor on every health checkup. I am still alive. The problems in Texas. Number 1, the highest uninsured rate in the country. Poor people can't get health care and can't afford it. It is like this. If you're wealthy and you have a lot of money, you can't get the best health care money can buy. But if you're poor, you have to pay out of pocket. If you don't have any money for the broken healthcare system you have in the United States, the healthcare system you have in the United States, you'll die. Number 2, too many low-wage jobs under a low minimum wage. To people like you, Texas is a job creating machine. I heard people say Texas is a job creating miracle. Here is the truth. The jobs your piece of America is creating is a bunch of McDonald's, Burger Kings, Dairy Queens, Taco Bells, Whataburgers, and a bunch of fast food restaurants. Number 3. Excuse me. Sorry, let's clear my throat here. Number 3. Open carry is dumb. Walking around with guns and going on shootouts at colleges / universities, public places, and arming teachers in schools with guns is just plain stupid. Number 4. The death penalty is something Texans like you are crazy for. You guys get a kick out of putting someone to death. I don't care for the death penalty. I think it's murder. I think a piece of trash who kills someone should be punished. The death penalty is a waste of time and a waste of money. Under the death penalty of Texas, people who had nothing to do with the murder of someone are put to death, along with the people who did kill someone. 245 or more executions under one governor is insane. Does the Lone Star State, aka the cheap Star State, look sufficient to you? In your mind it is. It is because you are ignorant and not living in reality. We can go back and forth on this, but you can believe what you want to believe. It is up to you. The Smith, I like you. You are a funny guy. The fastest way to die is to see a doctor. What are you going to tell me next? If you eat a lot of tacos, a Mexican woman will fall in love with you. Or if you wear a cowboy hat, you will become a god in the cowboy church. You are an amusing fella. You are an amusing fellow. You are an amusing fella. Okay, here's the Smith's response. Texas true Jerusalem is killing Christians equal missing homeless people, those who did not receive first mark of Beast Network. Okay, here's my response. Here's my response. The Bible doesn't have anything to do with all of the problems Texas is facing. If you come out of Texas and say that to someone in other parts of the United States and at any country around the world, people are going to look at you like you're nuts. You don't know any better, and the people who are like you in Texas don't know any better either. it is sad that you can't see what is going on in your part of America. Being a Christian is one thing, and being evil is another. You are not living in the real world. You are living in a fantasy world of make-believe. You like to play games and get to people. That doesn't work on me. For one, I do not care about your religious beliefs. Your weirdo way of your weird for one, I do not care about your religious beliefs, your weirdo way of talking, and right-wing superstition way of thinking. At the end of the day, you and everyone who thinks like you are suffering from your own ignorance. I don't believe a word you're saying, the Smith. You are trying to get to me. You're trying to get me to think like you and everyone else who thinks like you. I think for myself. I think outside the box. I have a better understanding of what's going on. I am a good person, and I do the right thing. I went overseas and saw that the world is bigger than the United States. People in countries like the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand are down-to-earth, friendly, and easy to talk to. They want to get to know you, talk to you, and make friends with you. There is more to them than just saying yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, and no ma'am like you Texans like to do. I think you need to end your weirdness and stupidity. You can get at me. You can get to me. You can't get to me. Continue to make a fool out of yourself or stop talking and move on. It is up to you. Thank you for the little Bible story, the Smith. Okay, here's my response to Patriotic Conservative on saying that Texas is the best state in the country. Patriotic Conservative, going back to your little weak reply, you said New Manchester, one of the best states in the country. Tell me why Texas is one of the best states in the United States. If you refuse to tell me why your piece of America is the best, and let that pathetic reply fly. It shows you are not the smartest person on the planet. If you think Texas is the best, then tell me why. Okay, here's some more comments on one of my videos on my channel. Okay, I got some back and forth comments from two people in Europe on my video up on my channel. 10 things Europe does way better than America. And let's see. This commented from someone, I think it's German. I can't understand German. And this is what they say. This is what this person is saying. States like California and New York are way better than every EU country. Okay, here's my response. Well, that's your opinion. Say that to my good friend Captain Brandon, Mr. Rockability. Okay, here's another response comment from Salik Burnong. Go Van to school, please. You never even visit every European. You never visit every country in Europe. You probably know German and France. Europe is way, way, way better than poor USA. That's directed to the that comment is not directed to me. Okay, here's the unknown person responding to Slink Burnock. I live in both. I lived in both Germany and Turkey for more than 17 years. You undereducated peasant. Going off, the fact that you are telling me to go to school is just disgusting. Here's Salik Burnock's response. What the fuck are you even trying to say? I'm just saying the facts. I don't care if you like them or not. Okay. Here's the unknown's response. Slink Burnock, what the fuck am I trying what the fuck am I trying to say? You are just stating facts. First of all, the fuck going turning means. Second, you said EU has a higher GDP than the US, which is false. USA has a higher GDP, about 21 trillion USD, and please look it up and see it yourself. Oh, plus USA has higher GDP per capita than every single EU country besides Norway micronation. So I doubt what you are saying here. Here's the unknown's second response. USA is far better, but for some reason butthurt Europeans can't accept it. All of the major scientific advantages happen in the USA. America has a stronger economy thanks to its giant companies. Sadly, EU doesn't have any besides their car companies, and don't even try to defend by saying Europe has better health care. Yeah, EU countries with good health care has like 50-60% tax rate and 3 month waiting times. Fuck that. USA is better. Here's Celine Burnock's response. Go back to school. Lalo, the EU has more money than America. So whole Europe has way more money. Our economy is stronger. And yes, we have better health care. Just a fact. Not my problem. Then you don't like it. You know nothing about the world. Here's the unknown's 2 comments responses. Slink Burnock, US GDP 21 trillion. Here's another one from him. Slink Burnock, dumbass, your health care is only better because your government. Slink Burnock, dumbass, your health care is only better because your government is taxing you to death, and plus USA has a GDP higher than EU. How did you manage mess that one up? Here's Slink Burnock's response. Okay. The USA also has way more people. More European countries are way cheaper than the USA. You saying that our government is taxing us to death is a fucking lie. Okay. Here's my response. Slink Burnock, your country in Europe and every other country have better health care. Each country has different versions of universal health care. You and everyone in Europe don't have to worry about bills going bankrupt from bills, die because you don't have health care, and lose your home. Plus, you get paid vacation time by law, work at a place that doesn't open 24/7, and your food doesn't have all that unhealthy crap that will make you fat. You get paid very, very well on any job you get. Europe is ahead of America. Be happy with what you have and don't let it go to your head. You could lose it all. As long as you have the right people with a brain running your country, what you will have will be there for years to come. Here's the unknowns response to me. New Manchester, in the EU, if you earn, say, 10K a month, you pay 5K in taxes, so in a year you will pay about 60K in the EU, and I can assure you don't pay for my health care nearly as much as you guys do. Plus, the fuck you mean by saying EU is ahead of the USA? Lawful, yeah. EU is no match against the US when it comes to science, unless you are only making your options based on states like Alabama or the trashy southern states. Then no state like California and New York are way more advanced than every EU country. Like it or not, I just told the cold facts. Okay. Those are the two people from Europe. And here's a clown from Canada. Okay, this person from Canada dropped some comments on my video, on one of my videos on my YouTube channel. And the name of the video is "Why Living in Canada Sucks Too." Okay. And this person's name is Pothead Steve. And I went back and forth with Pothead Steve. And here's the back and forth. Here's the comments on the video. Here they are. The first one is from Pothead Steve. First response is, New Manchester, there is no spring. It's winter or summer. Okay. Here's my response. I was making fun of Pothead Steve's username. I was just joking with him. I brought out my sense of humor. My sense of humor is back. I'm not going to let the negativity of people in the US and Canada tear me down. Or clowns or negative clowns in Europe as well. Okay, here's my response. This is funny. I hope you guys have a sense of humor. If you don't, I don't know what to say. You guys need to lighten up. Here it is. Hey, man. Do you have some weed? I want to get high, so high. I want to get high, so high. Pothead Steve, we can smoke a huge mountain of marijuana together. Name the place and time. Bring your weed and we can smoke ourselves stupid. While we smoke weed, we can listen to Queen's Another One Bites the Dust backwards. It's fun to smoke marijuana. It's fun to smoke marijuana. Marijuana. It's fun to smoke marijuana. That's funny. But Pothead Steve didn't find this funny at all, and here's his response. New Manchester is just a name. And he goes into why the US is better than Canada. And here it is. The US is better than Canada in every way. Lower taxes, better weather, more freedom. Canada is just a shittier, colder America. Without anything that makes America America, or America a decent place to live. Okay, here's my response. I'm just joking with you. Can you take a joke? Man, people today don't have a sense of humor. People in the United States and Canada need to lighten up. I think I heard this about 100 times from a bunch of British subjects like you. America is better than Canada. Whatever. I know one thing, when it comes to healthcare, it is a right in Canada, free of use and paid for through taxes. In the United States, it is a privilege. The taxes are high in your country. It is because of healthcare. You don't have to worry about going bankrupt over medical bills, losing your home over those bills. Don't have to worry about getting denied health insurance and die waiting because you can't get care or can't afford it. Lots and lots of poor Americans die because of how broken and messed up the healthcare in the United States is. It is like this. U.S. healthcare is good if you are rich and have a lot of money. If you are poor, you will get the worst of the worst. I heard you get paid really good on jobs in Canada. This is true. I heard this from Secular Talk. In America, you have a high number of homeless people, a high crime rate. Mass shootings happen all the time because of no gun control, a bad healthcare system that is set up as a business, right to work in red states that give employers the right to treat employees any way they want. Treat them like crap. People in Flint, Michigan have lead in their water. Southern states like Mississippi and Alabama have feces in their water. Texas, one of the most craziest states in the U.S., has the highest uninsured rate of people who don't have health insurance and a high crime rate and a homeless population in my home state of California. The United States has a police state where the police are going crazy and doing bad things to people, and finding a job is hard. The United States is the most backwards, expensive country in the world. If you think the United States is better than Canada, then move here. You're going to see how it is, and you will cry like a baby. You will be begging to go back to Canada. Go and tell this to every Canadian who thinks like you. By the way, Pothead Steve, you and everyone need to smile, get a sense of humor, and enjoy life. Life is short. Being serious all the time isn't good for your health. Your lifespan will go down and you will not live longer. Okay, that's my comment. And here's Pothead Steve's response. New Manchester, you Westerners are so poorly traveled and terrible with your morals and money. It is insane. Lalo, are you fucking kidding me? Have you lived in Canada? Unless you have lived in Canada for at least 1 year, then you have absolutely no idea what you are talking about. Where do you even think this money goes? 65% in taxes, and receiving nothing isn't better than in the States. Where you get what you pay for at least. The reason why healthcare is expensive in the States is because the Democrats want to use Canada's system. The US is a country 300% larger than Canada. So people, you are forced to pay for other bills, the prices raise. Also, no, healthcare isn't a right. Yes, it is. It is a product of a service you pay for. The doctors need to be paid. Otherwise, you are stealing from doctors. You do not have the right to steal from other people. If you walk into a doctor in Canada, he'll just say, "You're fine." I have no access to healthcare where I live. Yet I am still forced to pay 65% in taxes. I haven't even seen a doctor in 5 years, and last time I did, he yelled at me and told me to get out because my lawyer needed him to sign some papers and give me a medical report, which he refused to do. Even if you have a long-term health problem, they are already paid for seeing you. Even ever wonder why doctors do not choose to practice in Canada? Ever wonder why we have trouble keeping doctors here? After $250K in debt and 80 times 95% in taxes, you are going to be miserable. Probably kill yourself. Why should I have to pay for other people's bills who don't even care about their health? Canadians have to be the most unhealthy people on earth. Most of their kids suffer from autism and mild forms of mental retardation. A lot of kids have diabetes before they even reach high school. Healthcare isn't perfect in the States, but all the inflation and progress is being made there. If you pay for it, the US has far better healthcare. In Canada, everyone is forced at gunpoint to pay for other people's bills, thus bankrupting the whole society. No society on earth can't afford this. They don't even have prices to measure how much something costs. So you end up paying more and receiving less. They don't even know how much they need each year for this commie program. Unless you are a millionaire or a billionaire, you will receive a Saudi health care at an extortionate price as because of the staggering of the market. Private doctors have to charge more than it is actually worth. Also, most things are not covered by Healthcare Canada, meaning you have to pay for it anyway, which is very, very expensive, leading to a huge black market, which is why the opnic crisis here in full force and will never be fixed. You are not entitled to things you didn't pay for, you spoiled Westerner. Really? I'm spoiled. I don't know what I'm talking about. Is this guy right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Post your comments in the comment section. Okay, here's my response to Pothead Steve. Well, he's not much of a pothead. Like potheads, they're high, they're happy, they don't care about anything, and they're fun-loving and nice, and they're high because they're high all the time. A pothead talking like this, that doesn't exist. I mean, I think this guy need to change his username, because he's not a pothead at all. How can you call yourself a pothead and you talk like a conceited, heartless conservative that's just rude and just put people down? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, here's my response to Mr. Pothead Steve. Steve, you are an angry person. Everything you said to me is total rubbish. There is a Canadian by the name of Guest Time. Go look in the comments under the video why living in Canada sucks. Go say what you say to Guest Time. People like you are just complaining about the high taxes and the wait times. I am not spoiled, and I am not poorly traveled. I've been to Canada, Victoria, British Columbia. I've also been to Mexico. I've been to 5 countries in Europe in total. They are the United Kingdom, Belgium, Norway, Germany, and France. You don't know a thing about me. Are you saying I'm stupid? Listening to you and believing everything you just said to me will make me ignorant. I don't take sides. I am not a Republican and I am not a Democrat. I believe in working hard and doing the job the right way. I don't believe in stealing. I don't want a handout. But I want a hand up. I don't want a handout, but a hand up. I know right from wrong. I believe in doing the right thing. What I just told you was the truth. Facts are facts. I know what I'm talking about. I think you need to check your tone and stay calm. I think you need to remove your comments from this video and go away. Pothead Steve, after the way you talk to me, I think you need to change your username from Pothead Steve to Stupid Angry Bastard Steve. That will be a good username. That will be a good YouTube username for your channel. I don't want to hear any more of your lies. Okay. People in the United States think the US is the best country in the world, and greedy, ignorant, heartless, conceited foreigners in other countries think the United States is the best as well. But I don't believe anything they say. They're just full of it. They're just complaining about the high taxes for their universal health care system. That's all they're complaining about. That's all they're complaining about. Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. I mean, Pothead Steve and that goofball from Germany, wherever country he's from in Europe, say that their countries are taxing them to death and their health care is so bad, and I don't know where the money is coming from. And I'm ignorant. Well, I don't like my country because my country has a very bad health has a very bad educational system. And that's why all the Americans are so uneducated and just stuck in the box. If I showed this video that I'm making right now to any American in America, they won't watch it, they won't care, they won't talk to me about it. I mean, they're not deep thinkers. They don't want to they don't like deep thinkers. They're just bored and they don't want to talk about it. And they're just paranoid all the time and thinking people are out to get them. And they don't want to talk to people, meet people, and get to know someone. I mean, how people in society in America are it's just so abnormal and just toxic. Just bring out the worst in you and just make you lose it. And if you lose it, you will be arrested and taken to jail, or B, go see a therapist, or C, get shot and killed by the police if you threaten the police. And it's hard to find a job here in America. I mean, there's not a lot of jobs to find. I mean, there's too many low wage jobs. And I'm ignorant. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, looks like I learned something. Not all foreigners are smart and with it. A lot of them are just ignorant, just full of shit. You know, Pothead Steve is full of shit. And this clown from Germany is full of shit. You know. I'm not gonna listen to anything these people say at all. Hey, Damien, Captain Brandon, whore lover, what do you think of these people? Just post a comment and tell me if you guys ever come across this video. Okay, I think that's the end of that. I'm glad the 4th of July is over. I mean, that day's a joke. I mean, there's a bunch of brain dead, stuck in the box, zombie people in America. They're just shooting off fireworks, shoving barbecue and hot dogs and hamburgers down their throats, drinking tons and tons of soda that contains a lot of sugar and calories and high fructose corn syrup. And they just getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And people jumping up and down and saying, "We have freedom, 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 freedom." The 4th of July, Independence Day, is the day to celebrate our freedoms. Our freedoms. And brain dead men and women are just jacking off to this. Women are fingering themselves and men are choking the chicken. They just loving it. I mean, people in America are just just so brain dead and just stuck in the box. I mean, I try to have a conversation with my parents and my sister. I think I try to talk to my sister and I think I try to talk to my dad and my sister and my mother about, about how things are in this country and universal health care and the high crime rate in America and what's happening in other in countries around the world. I mean, they don't want to talk to me, and they just don't want to have anything to. They don't want to talk to me. They just ignore me. I mean, I try to talk to my dad. He rushes away and jumps in his truck and just drive off. I mean, but if I go angry and lose it and hurt someone, my dad will show up and ask me this question. Tell me something, Richard. What are you trying to do? And he will never give me a chance to answer that question. And just force me into seeing a bunch of shrinks. And the shrink's gonna have me take some pills that'll dope me up and make me all drowsy. It's ridiculous. I mean, I think people in America, not all of them are a joke, and people in countries around the world who think their country is bad and America is great, they're a joke as well. These people are a joke. I mean, they're just a bunch of clowns. They're a bunch of dolts. Rude, disrespectful. Yeah. Someone from Canada told me Canadians are not nice. Well, hearing what Pothead Steve had to say to me, he wasn't nice at all. I'm going to say this. I mean, okay, if Canadians like Pothead Steve and people from other countries think that their country is so bad and America is so great, hey, let's trade places. I'll go live in their countries and they can live in my country, and we're going to see. I mean, we're going to see like if we hate it or like it. Just saying. All right, that's all I got to say. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike it. And if you like the videos on my channel, if you like my content, go and hit that subscribe button. All right. This is the new Manchester saying this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.